Hello, my name is Jason O, and welcome to my episode recap for episode 9 of Gakkou Gurashi, or School Live. That episode is titled Holiday. And as the episode is titled, the girls pretty much take a holiday out from the sort of reality that's going on with the things that Megune probably knew, the whole evacuation plan, the fact that there's a second basement level in the school, and just whether the school officials knew anything about this government's biological weapon and whatnot there. I mean, definitely they talked about it a little bit, but they didn't really go too much in depth into there. Just mostly them hanging out in the pool, a pool episode, more moe, fan service, fun for many people, and definitely lots of things to come, especially at the end where they kind of revealed a very shocking reveal for the anime, where we thought that Megune probably was buried up top, but it turns out she's actually still alive some sort of way, found her way into the second basement level. Maybe that's where she was writing her last, will or testament in that basement level, where we see the scribbles on, that notebook paper. That's probably where Megune finally went on full zombie mode at that point, but definitely lots of questions, very curious on the reactions to the girls seeing Megune again, if they do see her. Again, this is mostly just a pool episode. I mean, Yuki and Kurumi are cleaning up the pool, which is actually a water tank, but they just have fun cleaning up the pool along Toromuru as well. But basically, they don't really go much into the whole new information that they're going on. I mean, it happened earlier in the morning where Yuri, Kurumi, and Miki are talking about it, trying to process this new information, and they kind of just go on this sort of holiday, as episode is titled, to sort of think about their thoughts and sort of just try to get an idea of what's going on in this school. I mean, there's a whole evacuation plan and things that Megune had kept secrets for a while, maybe, and they just kind of go on this fun pool trip, or just, pool fun things, just to get their minds off the topic, really. And so I guess it kind of goes into what's the anime is trying to portray, basically portraying sort of getting out of your reality, having a lot more fun. As Yuki always tells Miki, having more fun really helps you get through life, and really helps a lot getting through each school day. Makes every day count, make you look forward to future days as well. And so they kind of forsake reality for fun for most of these episodes. Yeah, they do highlight the sort of convenience and just the weird things at this school, where the water tank is just a biotope used by biology. It's supposed to create a very realistic aquatic environment for many fish. There's a sunroof that helps them live a little more life, at least for now. That's what Yuri says. There's a water purifier as well, where they just get purified water from the lakes and the stream. And so definitely a lot of convenient things that the government officials probably expecting, and very curious on how many people they were expecting to save. Probably a good amount of people. They're probably expecting just what the girls are doing right now, sort of living in the school and going through normal life, but definitely it didn't work out the way they wanted it to. Really curious what happened, what went wrong. It's kind of hard to do that unless you have a sort of Megune type of episode, where you have an episode dedicated to a separate character outside of the girls, because we're mostly just seeing things from their perspective. So I'm very curious whether they can figure that out from their perspective, or we're going to have a sort of outside of the box episode, third person perspective on what happened on the day that the biological weapon was probably used, or just during the beginnings of the outbreak. And again, I'm not sure how they're going to do that with 3 or 2 episodes left. But definitely very curious what's going to happen next, and how things will be revealed to us, whether they will be through first-person perspectives from our characters, or a third-person party in terms of a separate episode. Meanwhile, with the girls, they're just playing volleyball, having fun. I was curious whether Yuki is actually going to hit the ball outside of the pool, and whether they're going to go outside and get after it. They didn't do that, so Yuki's just having fun. And the water gun fight, the Western style fights that Kurumi and Yuri are having, she called herself a sorceress, Yuri did, and Miki just started yelling at them and just getting them to behave themselves. And so Miki being the senpai, as Yuki said in the shower scene. And again, another shower scene here again for Gakkou Gurashi. So again, curious on that, so whether we're going for more moe fan service, as it does seem like in these past couple episodes, or whether we'll go back into the plot anytime soon. But definitely the way Yuki talks and the way she is sort of living life doesn't really seem that way. They're having fun all the time, living in school forever, and probably gonna stay in high school forever, depending on whether they can capitalize on this new information, whether they figure out anything new. And definitely Yuki is sort of going away from there because they don't want to tell Yuki the truth or anything else going on in the reality of their world. Very touching scene here was with Mickey finding Kei's CD player, not only finding it, but sort of Yuri bringing it out for just her to listen to, and Mickey was holding onto the CD player, remembering Kei, and that's when Toromu came up to her, and Mickey and Toromu were finally able to get closer with each other. They played a little fetch, played a little catch and whatnot there. Mickey was very happy to see Toromu get closer to her, because obviously he was very distant from her after she barked at him, yelled at him when Kei left. And so it's been a very shaky relationship with Toromu since then, but finally Mickey is able to get closer to him, though that might not last very long, because late at night Toromu, he's drawn to the basement. He hears some sort of barking or some sort of noise from the second level basement, probably that's where it is, and we see a zombified Megune downstairs in the basement, and I'm sure Toromu is probably going to die because his version of the opening theme isn't really modified or changed in any kind of way, unlike the other characters in Kei, Megune, and I think some other characters as well. Some things were changed, even the school has changed, and many other scenes as well. We don't really see many of the students, as you saw in the first episode, so lots of things have changed in the opening theme except for Toromu's, and so we're probably going to see that change there. He's probably going to get killed by Megune after he tries to sort of fight her in a way. So overall, this was a pretty weak episode. I wasn't really a big fan of this, just more of deviating from the bigger picture. I guess it's sort of the theme of this show so far, sort of deviating, having more fun, deviating towards fun rather than reality, and so creating your own reality in a way. That's sort of what they're doing here when they go out and have their fun. I mean, that's why they got the swimsuits at the mall, because they wanted to do this someday. Definitely because they're girls, as Yuri says as well. And so again, very curious what's going to happen next, whether we'll go into Megumi's sort of descent into the second basement level, how she got in there, and what was she writing as a final will per se. So very curious on all of that, whether we'll figure things out in the 10th episode. So hopefully we do, because this was a pretty weak episode in terms of what the plot twist was in the 8th episode. All that's for rating. I'm giving this episode a 5 out of 10. Wasn't really too impressed with this episode. Some fun things here and there, but still we got some little inklings of what happened, or what we think has happened, in terms of our characters trying to process this information, but we didn't really get much confirmation from our characters, to say the least. What are your thoughts and opinions on this episode? Put all those in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to rate this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching my episode recap for episode 9 of Gakkou Gurashi, or School Live. That episode is titled Holiday. Hope you guys have a nice day. Bye bye.